This is file number 221590, People versus Calvin Crespo. Again, I was hopeful to have some prosecutor input on this case. This matter was bound over to the circuit court after a preliminary examination. We actually took testimony, so I know more about it than I do in general. The matter was bound over to circuit court. I thought it was a pretty compelling case of resisting instructing a police officer. The prosecutor remanded the case by stipulation and brought the case back to the district court. As I've said previously, that practice was in place very commonly. Everybody hated it, except maybe the circuit judge. Cases got bound over, they got brought back down. There was a lot of paperwork. The Supreme Court said you couldn't do that, or the state court administrator's office. Then there was a case that allowed in some circumstances for it. So we're back having matters bound over to circuit court and then brought back. Certainly don't object if the prosecutor reduces the matter to a misdemeanor at the time of the pre-exam. But again, the prosecutor knows more about the case than we do, and they've got reasons for making their decisions, which is why I wish I had one here now. What time is this set for? Yeah, it's set for 10:30. Mr. Crespo, I've never known him. Well, he missed a court hearing on this, but I don't think he got notice.
That's accurate.
He always shows up. He's always polite. He's always respectful. But on the street, he can be quite a handful for the police. Mr. Bush, what would you like me to know?
Well, we would be here to enter the plea today to one count of attempted resisting and obstructing.
Let me look. I thought we did it.
I don't believe we did, Judge.
Let me look. It's got some judge notes.
Perhaps we did on August 23rd.
Re-notice for plea and sentence. Yeah, right. He didn't show up. He was, let me see here.
No, excuse me. I guess we did it on the plea on August 23rd. My mistake.
We did. He didn't show up because he didn't get notice. And I took his plea on the 22nd, I think. And he was telling me about Harold's Chicken Shack. And I wrote, need prosecutor input, exclamation, exclamation. Need police report, prosecution input. So I did get the police reports, but no input. All right.
I can share. Calvin has a job lead. He's living on West Garfield in Elkhart, Indiana. That's probably been a good place for him during the pendency of this case. He has had an assessment at Oaklawn, which was done on 9/11 of 23. It's his belief they're going to be recommending psychiatric and psychological services. Currently, he's not on any prescribed medication. He has done an interview, and it looks like he has employment at the Kroger store in Elkhart, Indiana. And he's here with his father, who has been supportive and helps get him around.
This is now a year old. It happened in August of 2022. We had a preliminary examination in September of 2022. The matter was bound over to circuit court at that time, and I'm not sure what happened, but it was remanded back to our court in July. So it languished for about 10 months, and then it came back here, and then we had some difficulties. And as I said, I heard the preliminary examination, so I have a sense of what the testimony was from the officers. Calvin, what would you like me to know?
that I'm sorry about everything. Not easy to get along with. I know I'm a butthead, but I have today I came with $150 that I'm gonna pay towards the tickets, and I am so excited to pay those tickets because I'm gonna try to earn my license the best way I can and then do everything correctly this time. And also, me and my fiance been like we signed up for a nice apartment at River Run, and hopefully
At where?
River Run.
Down in Elkhart?
It's a nice little place, and we're hoping they get us in within. They said like within the month, so we don't have to be in the car anymore. It's so bad there.
Yes. You're living in the car in the garage on that lot.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm doing the best to turn my life around, and I will. Yeah.
you got arrested on the 13th. You posted bond on the 15th. And you mentioned your license. You like cars.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I like some of the cars you've had, but you don't have a license.
Yes.
And you say you're difficult to get along with.
Yes.
Some of that has to do with your autism, but you lose it. And the police bent over backwards 2.5 times in this case because they're aware of your disabilities. But finally, they couldn't take it anymore. And you ended up going to jail. That isn't a get out of jail free card to say, hey, I'm not easy to get along with.
I understand.
I'm gonna order 32 days jail, credit 2, leaving 30 days to serve. I'm gonna do the minimal allowable fine. I want you to pay the $150 today. I'm gonna waive your fine. I'm gonna waive your attorney fee, and I'm not ordering a restitution. You go into jail for 30 days. Thought about 90, but I
Donna,
think
may I
30
say
will get
something?
my,
Please, I'm
Yes.
turning my life around.
all right, how about if we make it 90 days, then you have more time to turn yourself around. You can't keep doing this. I heard this testimony and I heard how abusive you were to these police
I'm
officers.
sorry. I
So
really
this
am. I'm
is
truly
30
sorry.
days that you've earned. I reduced it from 90 because I thought it could get the message. If you think it'll take 90 to get the message, we can up it. I want you to go with the officers, and
Thank you, Judge.
that $125 will be due by December 31.
I didn't catch the day on that, Aaron.
On December 31. Calvin, there'll be some good time calculated into that. You get 5 days a month credit, so it will be about 25 additional jail days. If they make you a trustee, you'll get out sooner. But I want to make the point that you can't keep doing this. You also can't drive, which is what started all this. And then you don't get a free pass. Again, I wish I had some prosecutor input. This started as a felony and you have previous felony convictions. 30 days is a gift. Why don't you bring in Mr. Johnson
Yes, sir.
when you come?
Can I transfer this stuff? to us?
Yeah, that's fine, Mr. Bush.